Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on the XenoCraft server. My name is GPVM Gamer, and well, today we're in a place that I've never shown you guys before, and that's the Mesa. I'm out here in the Mesa because I need to go collect some red hardened clay. We've begun running out at our base, and the shop that sells the hardened clay is a little bit too expensive for my taste, so I'm dodging mobs here, and we're gonna set up a beacon up top. I just gotta go find the ideal location to do it. So we're gonna throw down some haste onto this bad boy and begin chopping ourselves some red hardened clay. We're gonna stock up here on a full shulker box of hardened clay, and then we're going to begin work on today's project. So I'm sure by now you can pretty much guess what it is exactly that we'll be building with the red hardened clay. Another path. Another and another path. But where exactly do these paths lead? Well, to the new villager breeder that we're working on, and villager trading hall in today's episode. So in between episodes, I worked on this this villager breeder, I should say, and I built a little holding cell for them down here. So the villagers up top there will fall down into this hole. Okay, perfect. So I've set up these two walls here, which are going to house our villagers in behind here, and I wanted to put something on the front of it to kind of give it the feel that it's actually a product of a villager thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build a giant villager statue right here. Sorry, these blocks have to be, like, gray. So we're going to build a giant villager statue here. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to look good. We're going to build two villager statues. And I guess we have to get up there, don't we? So let's get some dirt out. And we'll build these nice-looking statues. It's crazy what a nose does to a build. There. The villager looked so derpy. Oh no, his eyebrows are one block too tall. He looks a little excited or a little bit surprised. I'm kind of starting to wonder whether or not these trees are in the way. Because from back here, you can't see any of it. But to the sides, you can. You know, I think I'm going to have to get rid of these trees and just put tiny little bushes. And also, this head is filling up too much of these walls. I think I might lower the walls and put the head above. And then, yeah. So I kind of just realized something. Before we go ahead and tear down the outside wall, we have to build the interior so that we know what size to build the outside wall. So that got me building the interior over here. And we're going to be doing the design by SZ Petty for the one-wide villager trading cells. And the way it works basically is villagers and minecarts will come traveling over top, and they're going to be helped into place by oak fence gates, and then they'll fall down here, and basically we can just trade with them like this. We can just go boop, trade with them, and then we can run out. So that's basically the design for this. I'm going to get this whole thing wired up and ready to go. And then we are going to build a sort of transportation system to get those villagers out into their cells. Okay, so I've been hard at work here getting the villager trading cells all complete. And inside here, as you can tell, we've got the water now installed on both sides. Well, not technically all the way, but for the most part on this side. We got the water installed here. And so basically the villagers are just going to swim across and then fall into the cell that is vacant. So we're going to do a little bit of a test here. I just wanted to show you guys exactly how this thing works. Well, that wasn't planned. There we go. So basically, once the villagers have finished traveling through the water stream, they're going to jump onto this track right here. So basically, if none of the villager holding cells are vacant, the villagers are going to transport to this side of the room. Now I'm going to show you exactly how this thing works. So you get in the minecart, it'll go over top here, like so. And then you hop into the water stream like that. And then you're now stuck inside, just like a villager would be. And I'm just going to get rid of that. So the next step would be to add the water and then a place to kill the villagers if we don't want them. Or if it's like overflowing with villagers, then we'll just basically kill the ones that we don't have, basically. So that's the next step here, and I'm gonna get working on that, and then I'll come back to you guys as soon as we finish that. Okay, so I just got finished the interior over there, and now I'm working on the rail system to transfer the villagers from this holding cell all the way out to over there. And I basically just followed the tutorial on the video, and the minecart's basically going to ride up and down here until it picks up a villager, which we're going to have to move up into this new holding cell just a couple blocks up, and then it'll transport them all the way down over in that direction through a minecart. And yeah, so I just got to get the water placed in here, like this, and there we go. That is not what I wanted. Okay, it looks like we're going to do it a little bit differently here. We'll do it this way. We're going to add it one block up into the air. This should... Ugh. Okay, looks like we're going to do 2 more blocks like this. There we go, perfect. All the villagers are now going to get in there. And they shouldn't drown, because right here is technically the block that they'll land, and then they'll just, you know, swim off into this direction and kind of get pushed off by the stream into that direction. Look at that. We got a bunch of villagers in here. I've let this thing run for a little bit because all the villagers were actually collecting up at the top, and I didn't realize that they weren't falling down to the ground here, and I finally got this thing working. And actually, Moose and one of the newer members on the server, Smalls Crew 6, came over here to come help me out. And Smalls is actually building a base not too far in that direction. So we may go check that out in another episode. But Moose right here, him and I are kind of working on learning, or just kind of figuring out how to get this machine to push the villagers that we don't want into a sort of holding cell where it kills them, and then reclaim the minecart. So yeah, we're kind of working on that at the moment, and it's coming along not too bad. Shebang! Look at that! The villager head is now up in the sky, and the exterior of the building is nearing completion. I've got the sides all complete, and I'm just working on the back there. And as you can see, I put a little tube for the villagers to fall down because they were kind of getting, they were kind of falling to their death. They were getting stuck on the glass on the outside ring over there. You can see they just kind of fell on the glass and died. So I fixed it up and I put a little tube for them. But I also moved the villager head up top there, and I'm gonna show you guys a new little method that I figured out of stopping zombies from getting into the base, because we don't want them to kill our villagers. So basically, you just throw down some signs like this, a block beneath the floor level, and then you got to take some carpets, and then you can put the carpets above the signs. And zombies just so happen to not like that, and they don't pathfind it. They see it as an empty block, as an air block, so they can't get over it. And it basically protects you from zombies. So I've got 2 layers here. I've got 1 layer under here and 1 layer under here. So like double protection from the zombies. But so far we haven't really gotten any good villagers, I guess you could say. There have been a couple that I just kind of thrown out in the back there. And as you can see, this is what the back is going to look like a little bit. But there's quite a few zombies, and I got to go figure out where these guys are, because they are not supposed to be around here. But the only good villager we've gotten at this point is a librarian with flame. Yeah, so I gotta find these zombies. Oh, I know, it's just nighttime, that's why they're all here. Well, from back here, this place looks really good. I like the trees. They had a sense of, I don't know. Like, it's kind of a niche spot, you know? Oh my goodness, there's a creeper sitting there. It's kind of just like a spot, just, you know, hidden away, tucked away. But there's something before we go kill all these villagers, I haven't explained this area, and this is a lot different from the last episode where it was like all grass and these things weren't here. So basically, in between episodes, I kind of like was brainstorming things to do for an episode, and I couldn't think of anything. So then I decided I'm gonna come up here, figure out what it is that this place is missing. Because it was basically just grass, you know? And I wanted to do something in here that made it look a little bit better, in my opinion, and added some flair to it, I guess you could say. And these certainly add flair, in my opinion. They add, like, there's 4 of them, and they're not normal to see in a build, I don't think. They're not very, how do you say? They're not like, they're not something you see every day. So I thought these little ice crystals would be kind of fun to, you know, to put up around the place, and there's 4 of them, and I've got little boats going around in here, so that's fun. Yeah, that's just kind of like my thinking behind building this, and I didn't include it in an episode because it was just not really something that I felt needed an episode, so I just did it in between, and I'd figure I'd explain it in this one. So we're going to kill all these villagers over here. We're probably not going to keep any unless their trade is super good. Yeah. Basically, I could care less about every one of them. If they're a librarian and they've got a very good trade, like cartographers, I could care less about. Curse of Binding. Yeah, I'm just going to kill everything here. So cue the montage. So, of all the, like, 500 villagers that I had sitting in the area, I only kept 4, and the other one actually died, as you saw in the montage. Well, rip to that guy. He had Aqua Affinity, which I kind of wanted. But we're going to transport these guys now over to our new villager holding cells. We're going to do that through minecarts. Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap up all of our villager stuff for today. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. It was great, great fun transporting these villagers around, you know, collecting all the clay and building this thing. So I want to hear your opinion. What do you think of this villager trading hall? Do you think we did pretty good on it, or what could we improve, or, you know, if you got any comments or questions, make sure to leave them down below. And as always, I've been GPVM Gamer, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good day.